Hey, good morning, good afternoon. How's everybody doing? Hi, Tyrese. Hi, Kenneth. How you guys doing? Welcome in. Welcome in. We're gonna talk about dating is not the same anymore. As soon as a couple more people get in here, I'm hoping everybody having a good afternoon. I was about to say good morning to you guys. I'm so used to that morning time. Wow, how's you doing today? Oh, yes, it is a true title, and I'm gonna tell you why as soon as a couple people get in here. Um, Oh, Kenneth, thank you. That's so nice of you. Thank you. So yeah, as soon as a couple more people get in here, really not the same. No, it's not the same. But we want to wait till a couple more people get in here. Usually when I do this, that's when people come. When I do the live, and usually when I do this thing right here, I get booted off for some reason. I don't know I don't know. It just takes me off. Yeah, so I'm hoping everybody, Kenneth, and you having a good day today and enjoying your afternoon. I am. Yeah, just been exercising, trying to eat healthier because I'm getting a little chunky again. Yeah, but I'm hoping everybody having a good day. Your dating is not the same. That's the reason why we're going to talk about that today. And yeah, because it's just not the same. And as soon as some more people get in here, we're gonna talk. Oh, I miss you too. Yeah, we're gonna talk. I didn't get on this morning. I didn't feel like it. Like I said, some days I just don't want to get on live. I just don't want to. But they'll be coming in here after a while. Don't worry. The people are gonna be coming in a minute, especially when I do this. When I do this right here, it comes in. So how's your afternoon going so far, Tyrese? What you doing? Kenneth, did you leave? I think Kenneth left. I think Kenneth left. I think Kenneth left. I think Kenneth left. Let me call my Sheila. Make sure she come in. Let me see if Sheila gonna come in and join me on the side. Yeah, I'm hoping you guys. I mean, you having a good day, Tyrese. Or Tyrese, where's everybody? Yeah, must be a lot of people on live this afternoon. It must be a lot of people online. Nothing. Just got in the house. Me too. I just got in the house probably like maybe half an hour ago. I went and got some lettuce and a couple of other things, but I just got in not too long ago myself. From going out. Yeah, yeah. India was trying to get you to go on her site yesterday, but you was not. You didn't go on. You didn't. You wasn't. We were on live. It was the day before yesterday. She was on live, and you didn't. She didn't see you. Nothing. Yeah. Yeah. So we'll see what she says. Let's see what Sherry at. Maybe Sherry will join me too. Get this party started. Let's get this party started. Yeah, I wasn't gonna go on live. I said, let me just go here on here. Yeah, it's beautiful outside today. How's the weather there? How is the weather there, Tyrese? How's the weather there? Now there's nobody there. Wow, zero. Yeah, we wait till a couple of people get in though. Mm, 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 mm. It's okay. I had to give some water, 24 bottle. Oh yeah, yeah. Yes, some here is beautiful here. Oh, it's beautiful here too. It's like 70, gonna be 78 today. I don't know where everybody at today. Where is everybody? Where is everybody? It's 83 degrees now. Oh, it's six. Oh, 63. Okay, wow. It's like maybe about 78 here. I had went to Walmart and Kroger's. I don't know if you guys got a Kroger's there in New York, but I went to I know everybody got Walmart. I went to Walmart and Kroger's for a little while, get a couple things, and came my behind home. Okay, I'm glad you got home. Yeah, I did. Where is everybody? Everybody. Yeah. Come on, people. Come on, party people. Yeah. Hopefully they'll come on in a minute. You can, if you got something to do, Tyrese, you can leave. I'm just sitting here for a little while and see who come on, and then you can always come back. It's up to you because nobody's in here right now. So if you want to leave, you can. I'm gonna sit here though for a little bit, you know. So when somebody come in, I'll come in and check it out and see. Yeah, but whenever you're ready to go, brother, just go for a minute, you know. But I'm still gonna be here for a moment. I'm still gonna come in and check on it. Yeah, yeah, yep. Yeah. Yep, Tyrese. I want to the post office, boo, to ship something. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Okay, cool. Post office. Yeah. I ain't been in the post office in a while lately. Ain't had nothing to ship. Usually I just mail, like if I got anything to mail, I usually give it to the mailman usually, but lately I ain't been having nothing to mail. Diaz, hi baby. Oh, I miss you too. Mwah. Oh, I love Diaz. She always come in here and show up. Thank you, Diaz. You're amazing, baby. I miss you too. I miss you so much. You just don't know, girl. Yeah, I miss you too. I didn't do nothing. I was just on live and we was going to talk about dating. I'm doing good. I can't complain. I thought I would get on today because I haven't been on in a couple of days. I can't stand going live no more, Miss Diaz. I just can't stand it no more. I can't. I get on here for a minute and I get off. Thank you for the super chat. You are amazing. Thank you so much, Diaz. Yeah, I don't know where everybody at today. I don't know where they at. Maybe they'll come on in a minute. We're going to talk about dating is not the same. As soon as a couple more people get in the live stream, maybe we can talk about it. Yeah. I was going to leave the thing running. So if you guys got something to do, just go. You know, I'm going to leave it running for a minute. And I'm going to go wash my dishes since there ain't nobody in here yet. And then I'll come check and see if somebody in here. Yeah, we're going to talk about dating. It's not the same anymore. Whenever somebody get in here, you know. Yep. But yeah. But I haven't been doing anything. How's the children doing, Diaz? How's the hubby and the children? And how are you doing? Thank you so much, Diaz. How are you doing and the kids doing? How's those beautiful kids doing and your hubby? And how are you doing? How are you holding up? Staying out of trouble, Diaz? It's my girl staying out of trouble. That is one of my favorite people, Diaz is. Yeah. It's you staying out of trouble. Yeah, as soon as a couple of people get in here, we can talk about this thing. You know, that's why I don't go live because I can't stand it no more. You know, I just do a video or a reaction video and that's about it. But going live, I don't like it no more. Everybody's good. Hooray! Talking for day by day. You better be. You better be, Diaz. I'm good and you not. Yeah. I'm glad you're doing good because I'm doing good also. Usually somebody coming when I do this thing right here, StreamYard, folks be coming in. I don't know what's going on. Maybe a lot of people on live today. I don't know. I asked Sherry where she at now. Any other time, Sherry be here. Girl, bye. Where are you at, Sherry? Where's everybody at? Yeah, I don't like live anymore. I get on here for every couple of days I'll get on live. But other than that, I don't get it. I know you did, Diaz. Thank you. But other than that, I don't get on here. I sit home and just make my videos. That's about it. I don't do nothing. But we're talking about dating is not the same anymore. And I say I'm showing now. I'm doing that. Oh, me too. I don't do them either, Diaz. I probably do a live maybe 2 times out of a week now, if that. I don't do it that anymore. I don't know. I'm just not crazy about him anymore. I'm just not. I don't know. It's everything is just different now here on YouTube. Everything is starting to get a little different. So I don't be on here like I used to. I mean, I'd rather put a video out and get whoever and don't do nothing. But today we're going to talk about dating is not the same anymore. I don't think dating is the same either. The reason why I say dating is not the same because people are not loving you for. Wait a minute, hold on. Let me see what you're saying over here, Diaz. Let me see what Diaz is saying. Let me go to my page. I'm not even on it. Okay, let's see what Diaz says. A little too much. Something's haters always report my stuff. Oh, in love to do fun, but I am still here. Oh, hey, lovely Samaras, how are you? Welcome in. Hi, Mama John. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. How's you guys doing today? Welcome in. I can't see off that phone for some reason. It's like I got to go get me some more contacts. I got one contact in my eye. Haven't been able to get no more contact. I cannot see. I really can't. And I don't like wearing glasses. Don't like wearing them. So I just wear my contacts. And I need to get my eyes checked again because they're not good. We're talking about today, have dating got a little hard? It's not the same anymore. And the reason why I say dating have got it's a little hard right now is because everybody. Hold on. Oh, wait a minute. It's not the same. Okay. I'm good. How are you? I'm doing good, lovely. Thanks for coming in. You're always welcome here. You're always welcome. We're not talking about nothing but dating. Dating is not the same. And I always say dating is not the same because people are not looking at you for your heart anymore. They're looking for you for what you got. And I believe it's since when you get older, it's get a little bit even harder to date somebody that really, really want to get into you, not your body. That's why I say dating is hard now these days. It's not like it used to be that people really love you for who you are. They love you for what you got now, other than just loving your heart. Hey, great Thursday to you also, Silks. It's been a long time. Samaria. I don't know who that is. Samaria. Yeah. So yeah, I just hit you. Thank you so much, Tyreek. So yeah, it's hard. It ain't like it used to. And I think being that I'm older now, a middle-aged lady, I think dating have got hard for me because people are not looking at your heart and soul anymore. They're looking at your wherever else other than you, and they're basing love on the outside, which you shouldn't do that. God doesn't do that, and we shouldn't do it. We should base love from the inside, and that's how I say dating have got hard. And it's not like it used to when it was in the 80s or when the 70s when people really love you for who you are. Hold on. Hold on. Where we at? Yeah. So I'm just trying to find I'm not trying to find somebody. I'm going to let them find me. Because when I go out and find somebody for me, when it comes to dating, it be the wrong people. So sometimes we need to sit back and let God find us somebody and not go out and find somebody. Because when you do that, it don't be right. So dating is not the same because people are they're not taking it serious anymore. Everybody is doing their own stuff. They're not taking it serious. What I mean by taking it serious, no, I didn't. Share this. Share this out, guys. Oh, thank you. People are not taking it serious anymore because you may be serious about somebody, but they may not feel the same way. That's what I'm trying to say. You got to really, really let God find you somebody. Don't go out there and try to find somebody to date because it's not the same. When you trust in God to find somebody for you to date, it becomes like it used to be a long time ago. It becomes natural. It becomes genuine. Now, these days, dating is not genuine because people are not looking for it the right way. They're not looking for the stuff that you may love somebody and they may not love you back when it comes to dating because it's not the same anymore. A long time ago, people will love you back. They will tell you they love you. These days and ages, you tell somebody they love you, you love them. They're not going to tell you back because dating is not the same because people are now looking at for what you got. and how much you got, or what you know how it is. They're not looking, hi, AKA, thank you. Good evening, afternoon to you also. Yeah, they're not looking at you from within. Like God said, we should look for a person within. When I first started dating somebody, I used to date a person for what they look like on the outside, which is wrong, because that's going to make it hard for me. God said we need to look for the inside. When you start looking for a person from the inside, then dating gets a little bit easier. The reason why dating is the way it is now, because everybody is basing it on what you look like on the outside. They're not basing it on your character. They're not basing it on your spirit. They're not basing it on who you are as an individual. They're looking at beauty. They're looking at body. They're not looking at your mind, your heart, and your soul, which that's what we should all be looking at, our mind, heart, and soul. They're not looking at that. Yes, we're not the body. Yeah, we're not. We shouldn't. Yeah, yes, within, not the body. And that's what people are looking at. Lovely, they're looking for the outside. And you know, all of that's going to fade. When you're looking at somebody from the outside, what they got from the outside, that's going to fade. So that's why it's so hard to find somebody that's going to really, really love you for who you are as an individual when you date. Because that's what I'm trying to say. I look for somebody what they look like in the inside. I don't go by the outside, because the outside is surely one day will fade. You're not going to always look that way. I'm not going to always look like this. I'm going to one day, all of this going to get wrinkled, all of this going to get whatever. So that's why God wants us to date somebody from the inside. And like God say, wait for him to send you somebody, or wait for him to send you somebody, because when you go out and pick people, sometimes it be the wrong people. Dating have got really, really hard because people date you for money. People date you for cars, date you for houses, date you for beauty, date you for body. They don't date you for your character. And God said we should date people for their character. What I mean by a character, their personality, their heart, their spirit. And we don't do that anymore because we're looking outside when you should be looking inside. And that's why it's hard for everybody to really, really get into somebody, because they're looking at what you look for on the outside, which is wrong. So I used to do that. Like I said, I don't do that anymore, because like I said, I'm going to wait on God to send me somebody that's going to date me for me, not for what I look like on the outside, to date me for what's in within. Hi, beautiful wife. How are you? Welcome in, baby. Make sure you guys have thumbs up the live stream for me, because it's absolutely free. Yeah, so that's what we want to do. Hi, Frank. How are you, baby? Welcome in. Welcome in. So yeah, and it got so hard. Oh, Diaz, okay. Love you too, Diaz. Have an amazing day. Thank you for coming in, and thank you for the super chat again. You are amazing, Diaz. Have a great day. Until the babies, I say hello. Yeah. So we got to learn to get with somebody. We'll get with somebody that God's gonna put us with, that's gonna date us from within. The reason why I said dating is hard, because everybody is looking on the outside. Nobody is not looking at you for how you are, for who you are. I don't care what you look like. You shouldn't date somebody for what they look like. And that's what men and women do. Not just men do it. Women do it too. They date somebody because they got a lot of money. They date somebody because they got this. But do you love that person for real? Or do that person love you? If they're dating you for what you look like, they're not loving your inside. They're just loving you what you can give them. We want to get away from that type of stuff. We want to get with somebody, or want somebody, God to send us somebody that's going to date us just for our character, our heart, our soul. But what we do, we go and find somebody on our own to date, and it becomes the wrong person. The reason why it becomes the wrong person is because we're dating for the wrong reasons. And we don't want to do that. We want to date for the right reason. You know what I mean, lovely? We have to date for the right reason. And, like I said, I used to be the same way. When a man was handsome, I dated him because he was handsome. And as I got older, a middle-aged lady, I started remembering that God said, you don't date nobody for what they look like. You date for the heart. That's why so many relationships fall, Mama Joan, because we date from the outside other than date from. That's why a lot of relationships fail, because we're not looking what God tells us to look for, and that's the inner beauty. And because you don't never supposed to look for the outer beauty. But I was younger back then. I didn't care about if what they had. As long as they were good looking, they were for me. And then sometimes God shows you, give you signs that person is not for you, because you're dating them for the wrong reason. And it goes for men and women. They both do the same thing. They date people for the wrong reason, other than looking at a person within. Let me see what Frank said. Hold on. Frank said, it's rough these days to date because people worry about what family and friends say about the person. Absolutely. That's another reason why it's hard. People worry about what other people say about that person. Just because that person don't like that person that you're dating doesn't mean that you stop. I had that problem when I married my husband. He wanted me, his family, no, not his family, my family thought he was ugly. So they say don't date him. But I was dating him for what he looked, how his heart was. And and that's how my family was. They wanted me to marry a big old handsome guy, somebody that, but this guy took good care of me. And if I listened to them, I wouldn't have nothing, because that's what they want to do. That's why you're not supposed to date your, bring your, listen to what your family say about your date, because that's your date. If God send you that person to date, to be with, to marry one day, you should take your own time to get to know them. Don't worry about what your family say, because your family is not the one got to be with them. You do. And that's what I did. I listened to my family when it came to my husband, my late husband, the one who's dead now. I listened to them, what they said, and what happened when I did that. Everything got mixed up because I was listening to them other than listen to what God said. God had already sent me a great man, but I was going to let that great man pass me by because I was listening to them. Like I said, we got to learn to listen to what God say, listen to our mind, listen to our soul, and go from there. Stop dating from the outside. That's why you make it so hard, because you want somebody, you want a dime piece, as you guys say. Just date. Big, small, tall, whatever. Just date. It doesn't matter what they look like. It doesn't matter how tall they are, how small they is, how big they is, how small they are. Date somebody that God's going to send you, that's going to love you for you, and don't worry about what everybody else is saying about him. That's what my problems was. I was worrying about what my family thought about my husband, my late husband. I thought they thought he was ugly, in which they did think he's ugly. Why would you date him? Because I wasn't looking, after I got older, I wasn't looking for the outer anymore. I was looking for the inside. And that's what God wants us to do. That's why we get up with the wrong people. That's why dating go wrong for us, because we look from the outside, which we should never do. Hey, Sheila, how are you doing? And that's why I learned to date for somebody. What I'm looking for in a husband, I'm looking for somebody that loves the Lord. And you don't find that many people out here that loves the Lord anymore. You don't. You find a couple people that loves the Lord, not many people. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I want God to send me. There's a lot of people who are going to tell you that they love the Lord just to get with you. But once they tell you that they love the Lord, they don't really mean it. They just want to get with you. So that's what I'm trying to say. Mostly people date for the wrong reasons. They date because you're pretty. They date because you got a nice smile. They date because your body, other than dating within. You would never know if a person loves you or not if you don't go talk to God about it. Because there's so many people dating for the wrong stuff, dating for body, dating for because somebody's pretty. Don't date for that. And that's why dating is not the same no more, because everybody's dating for that. People are dating for prettiness. Everybody's dating for body. Everybody's dating for the wrong stuff. They're not dating for that girl got a good spirit. They're not dating for that guy got a good heart. They're not dating for that anymore. They're dating for he got muscles. So you're going to say, oh, she got a pretty body. Oh, she look good. That's what they're dating. That's why relationships fall, because we're dating for the wrong reason. And that's why dating is not the same like it used to be, because we're dating for the wrong stuff. Frank said, people want to date people they want to date people for money, which is wrong. You'll never get no head by dating somebody with money, because once the money get gone, then what? Then usually if a person dating a person for money, once the money get gone, they're going to leave. Hey, country ghetto, how are you, baby? Once the money get gone, you're going to leave. So why would you date somebody just for money? You don't want to do that. You want to date somebody that have a good spirit. You want to date somebody that got a good heart. Number one, you want to date somebody that got a good heart. Number one, you want to date somebody that got a good heart. Everybody you come along with is not going to always have a good heart. They're not. They're going to say they do, but they're not going to have a good heart. That's why we got to learn to get up and pray to God about who we're going to date. Stop putting everybody in your life, because dating is not the same no more. You're not going to find nobody that's going to love you for you. Not no more. It's not, that don't even exist anymore. Very few people I can say going to love you for you. Most of the time, mostly men out here and mostly women are looking for money. They're looking for body. They're looking for all this other than dating you just for who you are. And that's what I'm trying to say. That's why people got it so wrong. This dating thing, this 2000 thing going on right now, we got it so wrong. We're not dating for the right reason. God said we need to date from the heart. When you learn to date somebody from the heart, and when God sends you that person that you're going to date from the heart, not for what they look like on the outside, you'll win. As long as you dating for the wrong stuff, you're going to always lose. You're going to be searching for this, for that, because you're dating for the wrong stuff. You know what I mean, Sheila? As long as we keep dating somebody for the wrong reason, on the outer beauty, looking at somebody because they pretty, they're going to say, ain't nobody going to stay pretty forever. Let me tell you something. Ain't nobody going to stay cute forever. There's nobody going to stay handsome forever. You may be pretty now, but we all got to cross down that river to get older one day. So if we got to all cross down that river to get old one day, we got to really date for the heart. Look at the heart. That's why dating gets so hard for people, because we're still acting like we're back in the 19s. We're doing it like we're like now. Back in the day, people would date you just because of your heart. Now, 2020s, they want to see everything on you before they say yes to you. They want to see how you look. They want to see, nobody's not going to stay the same. I'm not going to stay the same. You age every single day. You may not see your age, but you age every single day. I age every day. You may not see it, but you're aging every single day. As long as you live, you're going to age. And if a person can't accept you the way you are now, they're not going to accept you later on either. So get around somebody that God's going to send you, that's going to date you for who you are, that's going to date you and going to want to look for marriage. You don't want to date somebody and they're never going to marry you. You don't want that. That's the 2020 now. People want to date you and they don't want to marry you. They're not thinking about marriage. They're thinking about other things other than marry you. You want to date somebody that long down the road that you're going to get married. You don't want to be somebody you're dating so long, 5 and 6 years, and you never get married. So that's why I said I'm not doing that. I did that before. I dated a guy that wasn't for me, but I thought he was, but I was still ignoring the signs, even though God told me that guy is not for you. I was still ignoring those signs when he said, move on and let me find you somebody. But I didn't listen to him. That's the problem. When we disobey God, that's when bad things come in our life. That's when bad people come in our life and destroy it, because we're not listening to what God said. If God said, that's not for you, you need to leave that person alone. Don't keep holding on to them because they're pretty, because they're handsome. Handsome and pretty is not going to get you nowhere. It's not, because dating is not the same anymore. A long time ago, a person didn't care if you're cute or if you was ugly. They still was going to date you because it was your heart. 2020 is not that way no more. No, you can't find nobody going to date you just because of your heart. Because if you're big, nobody don't want to date you. If you're too skinny, nobody don't want to date you. So you can't win with this 2020 thing coming on no more, because people are dating you for what you look like on the outside. That's why dating have got really, really hard for people to even find somebody, Okay, let me see what you're talking about. Mama said, you haven't already, please. Okay, thank you, Mama. Want to be friends, relationship, engaged, then get married. Right. You want to be friends. But when you get somebody that want to be friends too long, Frank, that's not good. There's a lot of people out here want to be your friend forever. Don't waste your time with somebody that's just want to be your friends forever. You don't want that. You want to get with somebody that's going to want more. Hey, how are you doing, Slots and Scratcher? Welcome in. Thanks for coming in. Make sure you thumbs up for your girl. It's absolutely free. That is my old role. It's true. Hey, everyone. Very interesting subject and a lot of truth here. Thank you so much, Slots, for jumping in. So, yeah, that's what we do. We date for the wrong reason. And that's what I'm trying to say. This is all going to get old. We cannot go by what somebody looked like, which that's what the 2020 is doing now. That's when the first 2000 came in, everybody was doing that. Now, back in the 90s, people was really loving you for you. They didn't care what you look like. That's why dating is hard, because people care what you're very welcome, sweetheart. Because people care what you look like now. That is not going to get us nowhere when you base something of what somebody looked like. God said, I want you to judge from the heart. God said, I want you to judge for the heart. God says, I want you to judge for the heart. If you judge somebody from the heart, bingo. When you're judging somebody for what they look like, their body, you're always going to lose out, because that person is not going to love you for who you are. They're loving you for what you got. If you're looking at somebody for their money, how their cars, when that money and cars gone, you're going to be gone because you dated for the wrong reason. That's why dating getting hard, because people are doing it for the wrong reason. You're not doing it genuinely. God said we need to date genuinely, being that friends, then marriage. You don't want to be a friend with a person forever. Mostly men, they date you and they just want to be your friend. They don't want to take it to another level. When you're in a relationship like that, you need to move on, because they're not going to be no husband to you never. They're not going to be no wife to you ever, because all they want to do is just date you. You're too old to be dating now. It's time to tie the knot, move on. One thing we got to learn when we're dating somebody, and a person tell you, well, you know what, we've been dating for a while, but I still don't know you. Let me tell you something here, sisters and brothers. You will never, ever, ever, ever get to know somebody. I don't care how long you date them. I don't care how long you get married to them. You still not going to know them, because there's still stuff you're not going to know about them. You still got some growing to do. So like I said, when I married my husband, great husband, late husband, I still didn't know stuff about him, and we were married, and it was still new stuff. I was like, wow, I didn't know you do that. That's what I'm trying to say. Don't try to say, I'm going to wait until I get to know this person a little bit better. Don't do that. Because when you do that, you'll never get to know them. There's stuff that husband may show you that he never showed you before. There's something that wife may show you that you never showed before. That's what I'm trying to say. Don't go by that. Go by the person's heart. And watch God show up and show out and show you. And that's why dating gets so hard, because people are looking for the wrong stuff. If you're going to keep looking for the wrong stuff, you're going to be by yourself forever. You will, because you're looking for a perfect person. There are not any perfect people anymore. There's no perfect people. Only person perfect is God. You got to put up with stuff sometimes, not crazy stuff, just things, little stuff. You know, you can't think that you're going to get a man that's perfect or a woman that's perfect. You got to put up with something sometime, but not no bad stuff. Just stuff like, well, maybe he snore. Okay, that's part of life. Or maybe he put his clothes in the wrong place. That's okay. That's a part of life. That doesn't mean you run away because you're meeting somebody like that. If God gave you that person to date and someday get married, put up with the dirty socks around the house. Put up with this right there. It's okay. It's not nothing big. It's something little. You know what? And that's why God put people in our life to see if we're going to hold on to that person, or go to somebody that's cute, or go to somebody that's handsome. You got to understand, when you're dating somebody, you got to understand the grass is not always greener on the other side. Let me say that one more time. Just because you're dating somebody doesn't mean the grass is always greener on the other side. You're going to have stuff on the other side that you think is great. But once you leave what you got that God sent you, and you go to that person that you thought was great, you're going to find out that it's not so great. So you got to be careful who you date. You got to be careful who you put in your life, because like I said, dating is not the same anymore. It's not the same anymore. You can't just get with somebody and they're going to love you for you anymore, because it's not like that anymore. We're living in the 2020s now. So it's not like that anymore. So let me see what you guys are talking about. I've been dating the same woman for 27. Oh, that is amazing. Country. See? That's great. That's what I'm trying to say. If you got that understanding, if you put God in the middle of it, it will work. It will work. It would never go. It would never stray. It would stay there. Lovely said, yes, if you want a future with a person, you can't look at the outer possessions, but who can make your personality or help you grow? Absolutely. You got to look for the inner side. You can't look at what a person looked like, because that person that you look like, the person that you're looking at, maybe not so cute to you, but he probably have the best heart, or she might have the best heart. And then you leave that person alone for somebody else. God had already gave you a person to date. The reason why that relationship failed, the one you left, the one you with now, because you left the person that God already gave you. God already gave you an amazing person, but you left that person because you want to find somebody else to date, because you couldn't take who you was dating already, which is wrong. We got to be careful who we date. We got to be careful who we put in our life. Let me see what Frank said. These days, feel like some people are scared to stay with one. Frank, absolutely. People are scared to stay with one person. Why? I don't know. One thing about me, when God sent me my king, I'm going to be with my king forever until one of us go. That's what's wrong with the world. That's why it's so hard to find somebody to date. That's why it's so hard. Frank, because people don't want to stay with the one person. They think they're supposed to have a bunch of people. All you need is one person again. And we make it so hard because we act like we can't be with one person. One is enough for me. I don't need no 3 and 4 men. No, ma'am. Give me one man. I mean, I don't need all that. That's why people make dating so hard, because they act like they can't be with one person. One person is enough. You don't need a bunch of people to make you. One person. You, them, and God. That's all you need. But so many people want various people to grow. You can't grow with a bunch of people. You only can grow with you, God, and that person. So when you put in a lot of people to try to date a lot of people, you don't know who you are half of the time when you do that. And there's a lot of men and women do that. They date a lot of people. They don't know themselves. That's why they do that. Get yourself with one person that God's going to send you. Stop dating various people. Stop dating various people and get with one person that's you can settle down with. But when you get with that one person that you're going to settle down with, make sure that person is on the same page that you are in. You know what I mean? Make sure that person is on the same page that you are in, because there's a lot of people you may date. You may be looking for marriage later on. But being that it's 2020, they're not. They just want to play the field. That's why dating is so hard, because one person may be on something else and the other one may be on something right. So you got to understand, if you two are not on the same level, it's not going to work, because one person may want to get married and the other person might just want to play the field. That's what makes dating so hard. It's so hard because you don't know how that person feel about you. You don't know if this person want to take it to the next level or not, because they're telling you all this stuff, but you're not sure what they want. So make sure you guys are on the same page when you're dating, same page, same chapter, whatever, because you can't be up here and he's down here, or you can't be down here and he's up here, because it's not going to work. You guys got to be leveled. You guys got to be leveled out. One person can't be ahead of the other one, because it's not going to work. Like back in the day, everybody was on the same page. Everybody was doing the right stuff. Now there's nobody doing the right stuff. Everybody want to date for the wrong, for your shape, for this and for that. You know, it's sad. It's sad. That's why I still stay single, because God have not brought me my king yet. Not yet. Let me see what Lovely talking about. That's why nowadays these are one women with all these husbands, or one woman with, yes, that's what I'm trying to say, Lovely, with everybody. Other than being with one person and they think it's cute. What's so cute about that? A lot of men or a lot of women? That's not cute. After a while, you're not going to even know their names, because you got all these people out here. You're not going to know their names. I don't have time for a bunch of people, because I couldn't remember their names anyway if I had a bunch of people like that. That's why God make things happen to people, because we're living the wrong way. We're living the wrong way, and we're not doing it the right way. The right way is waiting on God. The right way is dating one person at a time, not 3 and 4 women at one time, or 3 and 4 men at the wrong time. Can't do that. That is why I have to ask questions before dating the person. You have to, Frank. You have to. And sometimes, Frank, when you ask questions to people get so upset. People get upset. How are you going to learn somebody if you don't ask questions? You have to ask questions to people. There's no way you can learn something from somebody when you don't ask questions. Let me see what country said. Everybody is in a rush to get to know that after and getting to know the person. Yes, they are. You know what? They are so much in a rush, country, and it's bad. And you never get to know a person when you're in a rush. You'll never win when you're in a rush. You can't. I've been single here 4 years. 4 years. And everybody, when I talk to them, they say, why are you single? You so pretty. Pretty doesn't have nothing to do with it. And I have to remind people every single day, pretty doesn't have anything to do with it. I could be with a lot of people, but I'm not going to save myself for a lot of people. I'm saving myself for my husband one day. You know what I mean? And people always say, oh, you're beautiful. Beauty doesn't have nothing to do with it, because God said beauty is skin deep. And it is. That's what I'm trying to tell you. People are basing it on what you look like. Other than getting to know people, there can be a really, really beautiful person out there for you, but you pass them up because you want to date somebody that's pretty, that's handsome. That's not going to mean you no good. So God said, wait on that great person. That's why dating is so hard, because when God sends us somebody, we give it to somebody else. We throw them out to the wolves because we're not happy with what God had already gave us. That's why it's so hard for us to find someone, because the people that we get in our life, we don't want them because they don't look enough. They don't look good enough for us. They don't look good enough for us, and they don't look good enough for our family. So we let our family judge who we should date, which is wrong. You're dating that person, not your family. You're dating that person, not your family. So what it matters if you're dating your family likes them or not? You're dating them, not your family. So don't worry about what your family say about that person. Let me tell you something. When I dated my husband, I had a hard time because my family didn't like my husband. Everybody thought he was so ugly. Oh, he ugly. Oh, why you dating him? Because I loved him for him. And he loved me for me. And back there, dating was easy because we loved each other for us. We didn't try to love a person for what they looked like. He loved me from my heart. I loved him from his. I wasn't as thick as I was back there. I was a little thin person back then. Then I got thicker as I got married and I started, eating and doing all that, all that crazy stuff. I did all that and I gained some weight. So he still loved me for me. He didn't say, well, you got a little bit fat here. He still loved me. That's how you can test a person if they still love you. If you gain a little weight, if you get a little small, if you get a little fat, they're going to still love you. And that's real love because he's looking in the inside, not the outside. And that's why so many relationships go down the drain, because we date for the wrong reason. We're not dating for what God said we should date for. And that's the inner beauty. Inner beauty is always better than the outer beauty, because the inner beauty never fails, never gets old. Outer beauty always get old. It always tarnished. It always goes stray. You know what I mean? But that heart, if you got a beautiful heart, that's going to always stay good as gold. It's not going to get no dust on it. It's not going to get wrinkled. It's not going to get nothing. It's going to stay good. Your outside is going to get old and wrinkled and gray. And that's why God say we need to base who we love from the inside. If you base somebody on because they got a brand new car, what about when the car breaks? What you going to do then? Are you going to still stay with that person even though that car broke? If you're back in the 2020s, probably not. Because if that car going to break, you're going to leave because you're going to say, well, he ain't got nothing. So evidently, you dated him for the wrong reason. That's why dating is not the same anymore, because we date for the wrong stuff. You're dating for money. You're dating for clothes. You're dating for just somebody to have. You got to date somebody because you love them for who they are. Frank said, that was my biggest mistake in my last relationship. But with Frank, it'll get better. It will get better. Yes, always ask questions. Yeah, you have to ask questions. And that's the problem. You will never get to know somebody if you don't ask questions. If you don't ask questions, you will never get to know nobody. There's no way I'm going to date somebody and I don't ask questions. I didn't do that with my last, not my husband. Before that, I didn't ask questions. I just dated him because he was handsome. Handsome would get you in trouble. Pretty would get you in trouble. It will. I don't do that no more. I'm not very fond of a skinny man. Never did. Never was. But if God send me somebody that's skinny, and I know he's a great man, and he loved me for who I am, I'm going to date him. I'm going to date him. I'm not going to say, well, I'm going to date him too skinny. No. You still date him, because sometimes you miss out on your blessings dating people that God send you, and you throw them to the wolves because you don't like the way they look. Once again, that's why dating gets so hard, because you base stuff on what somebody look like. And you miss out on your journey. You miss out on your dream. You miss out on that beautiful person because you gave him to the wolves because of what he looks like. You didn't look at what he looked like inside. You didn't feel his heart was so genuine. You looked at the playboy, or you looked at the playgirl, somebody that wants various men, somebody that wants your money. They don't want you, because once your money gone, they're gone. So that's why 2020 is so hard to find somebody that's really, really going to love who you are as an individual. So get up in the morning and say a prayer and ask God to send you somebody that's going to really love you genuinely. Love your heart, love your character, love your spirit. It is so hard to find somebody that's going to really, really love your heart, love your character. It's hard for me. So right now, I just wait and I wait and wait. And, I know God is going to send me somebody, because like I said, dating is not easy. I'm not going to get out here and try to find nobody. It's exhausting. Trying to find somebody out there is exhausting because nobody is not going to always be on the same page that you want. I know what I want out of life. Everybody don't know what they want. So if everybody don't know what they want, they're dating for the wrong reasons. Hold on, guys. Hold on. I think I heard somebody out here, I think. Hold on. Oh, no, that's not out here. Yeah. I had the door open. It's so beautiful outside today. Yeah. Yeah, so if you're dating for the wrong reasons, that's what you're going to get. Absolutely nothing. Right? Have to ask questions. Yeah, you have to ask questions. And that's what's wrong with us. We don't ask. Oh, Tyrese, you're amazing. Thank you, baby. Oh, you guys are so sweet to me today. You and Diaz, thank you guys for the super chat. Yes, wife, keep on preaching the truth. Thank you so much, sweetheart. You are amazing, Tyrese. And thank you so much again for the super chat. Yeah, so date somebody that's going to love you. Love who you are. And let me tell you something. I have dated guys that I thought was on the same page that I was on. No. They wasn't on the same. They say they is. I even met guys that was in church. Oh yeah, girl. Yeah, I'm saved too. I said, okay, you say 3 wheels in. Hi, 3 wheels. Hi, baby. Oh, hi, brother. Love you. Yeah. So we want to date somebody that's gonna really love our character, our spirit, our soul. And when you find somebody that's gonna love your spirit, hi, Stephanie. How are you? Welcome in, babies. Make sure you guys thumbs it up. It's absolutely free. Yeah. So date somebody that's gonna love you for you. Don't worry what they look like anymore, because if God send you somebody, date them. And just don't date. Date to get married one day. That's what we do wrong. We don't date to get married. We just date. Because mostly people are just so thirsty. They don't care what they get. They just want to date. If I was that type of person, I'd be dating anybody. I'm saving myself for my husband. Because dating ain't easy no more. It's extremely hard right now. So Trisha girl, your diva right here, got to save herself for her husband one day. He ain't came through the door yet. I don't see him anyways. So I'm still sitting here waiting patiently, still serving God, still doing what I got to do on my channel, still uplifting, still motivating until God sends me my king. And once he do, you'll see him sitting next to me, motivating you too with me. I want a man that's going to love the Lord. I want a man that's got a heart like God. I don't want a man, God send me a man that don't have a heart like him. That's why when we date somebody, guys, we got to make sure he have a heart like God. That's why what we got to do when we're going around dating somebody, we got to pray to God and ask God to send us the correct man. Don't just ask God to send you a man, because let me tell you something. He will send you a man. You didn't ask him what type of man. He's going to send you a man. And don't just ask God to send you a woman, because he will send you a woman. You have to be really, really particular to God what you want. Don't just ask for anything. That's what we do wrong. We just go ask for stuff, which is wrong. I did that before I got married to this little guy. I said, God, send me a man. Oh, did I get a man though? But he wasn't the right man. He was, hi, Niecy Pooh, how are you? How are you, baby? Thanks for coming in. Okay, hold on. Let me see what Lovely said. What does it mean when a guy tells you about himself without you ask him? That's a good thing. That's a good thing, Lovely. I think that's amazing for somebody to do that before you ask him. I think that's good. That tells a lot about a man. That tells a lot about his character. There's a lot of men don't even say nothing about who they are. They want you to find out on your own. It's good a man tell you, well, this is who I am, this is how I am, and this is what I'm looking for. You want to know that. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing, Lovely. I think that's amazing. I miss you, my brother. Yeah, I miss him too. So get around somebody who's going to really motivate you, uplift you. There's a lot of people out here dating for the wrong reason. That's why dating is hard. 2020 is very hard because nobody is not dating you for your spirit. Nobody's not dating you for your personality. Everybody's looking how pretty you are, how handsome you are, money, cars, everything, but other than dating you for who you are. A beautiful individual, not just on the outside, but the inside. And that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. We have to start dating from the inside. That's why dating is hard, because we're looking for it for the wrong way. We're looking for it the wrong reasons. I'm good to you. I'm doing amazing, Nisi Pooh. Thank you for being here. Love you. Yeah, so that's because we're doing it. We're doing it for the wrong reason. If I date somebody for the wrong reason, that's what I'm going to get, the wrong reasons. If you date somebody for the wrong reason, that's what you're going to get later down the road, the wrong reasons. Because you didn't date that person just because you dated him because he had a lot of money. Now, once the money is gone, you're gone. That's why dating is hard, because people are dating you for money, these things. Clothes, fame, to get here, to get there, other than enjoying a person for who they are. You don't have to be the best looking person for me to date. You don't. And people always ask me when I married my husband, why you marry that ugly man? Because I wasn't looking like what he looked like. That man took good care of me. And that's what God sent me him. And he knew a long time ago I didn't like ugly men. I didn't want no ugly man. I didn't want it. But God tested me and sent me a man that didn't look too good. And I still loved him, because I looked at from within. You won't find that in 2020 anymore, because everybody about your money, everybody about your fame, everybody about beauty, body, prettiness, handsome, money, houses. All that stuff is going to leave one day because it's materialistic. Let me say that again. Money, fame, all that stuff going to perish one day because it's materialistic. God said all of that's going to go. You think you got a lot of money now. What if that person lose all that money? Then what? What if she lose all that money? Then what? You got to understand, you got to love somebody for them, not for how much they got, because one day they may lose their job. And that will tell you if a person really loved you or not when they lose their job, or they may lose their house. That will tell you if a person really, really loved you. That's why I'm trying to say dating is just not the same anymore. I cannot find somebody that's going to love me for me. They always looking at beauty. Oh, you pretty. Look at this. Look at this heart of mine. Stop looking at, oh, she pretty. Oh, she got a body. Stop that. All of that stuff is going to get old and wrinkled. It's going to sag. It's going to do all this stuff that things do when you get older. So if you're looking at somebody that way, you're doing it the wrong way. That's why dating is hard. That's why it's so hard to really find somebody that really, really loves you for who you are. Because people always look for the outer beauty other than the inner. And when we learn these things, we'll live by these things. As long as you're looking for the outside, that is what you're going to get for a while, until it start getting wrinkled, start flopping down. Then you're going to leave that person and go find somebody that's perky again. Everybody's not going to always stay perky, honey, boo-boo. You're going to get old. So if God sends you somebody that's not so good looking, good heart, good spirit, genuine, be with them. Stop worrying about what everybody look like all the time. There's beautiful people out here have a crazy, crazy heart, a bad personality, but you still date them because you think you're getting somewhere. That's why dating has got so hard, because we do it the wrong way, and we're going to keep doing it the wrong way until God wake you up and say, hey, that person is not for you. That person is not for you. Why are you dating that person? He's not for what you got. He wants your money. He wants your house. He wants your car. He wants what you got. He's not looking at you to marry you. Why get with somebody that's not going to never marry you? Mostly women do it all day. I did it. I did it before I got my husband. I stayed with this man 2 years. He never proposed to me. That's why dating is hard. I thought this man loved me. He didn't love me. He loved beauty. That's what he loved. As long as I was pretty every day, that's what he was looking for. Oh, make sure you fix your hair, girl. So he wasn't looking for my heart. If my hair was all over my head, he's like, oh, when you gonna comb your hair? If somebody gonna love you, they're gonna love you at your worstest. You ain't gotta fix your hair for them when you with them. They're gonna love you at your worstest, and they're gonna love you at your best. And that's what God's going to send you. Somebody don't care about if you're looking like that. if you get a little weight on you, if you get a little skinny, if you get a little fat, they're going to still love you. That's why you don't find that anymore in the 2020, because everybody is dating for the stuff that they shouldn't be dating for. When you look at people sometimes and you act and you wonder why their marriages last so long, because they dated for within. They kept all the negative out their life. They put them two together without leaving. They let the negative go. Sometimes we have to let negative stuff go to concentrate on what God has sent you. As long as you got negative in your life, you're never going to get nowhere, because all you thinking about is a shape, is this and that, money. If you let all that stuff go and concentrate on the person that God has sent you, you'll be amazing. But you don't want to get there because you're worrying about everybody else. You worry about what everybody else think about him. Worry about what everybody think about her. What is they going to say when I walk down the aisle with her? What am I going to say if they walk down the aisle with him? You got to understand, when God sends you somebody, stick with that person. I don't care what they look like. God have whooped my butt so many times because what I did, I got with somebody was really nice looking. My kid's father. I got with this man that was nice looking, my kid's father. And he didn't do anything for me but mess me all up. Made me fall head over heels with him. Had 3 children by this one crazy man. All 3 of my children by the same man. All 3. But what happened is I got with him because of what he looked like. Handsome, bow-legged, built. Ooh, I thought I had somebody. I was in love with this guy, but I was dating him. He was dating me for the wrong reason. He was just liking my beauty, making babies, out in the streets, hanging out. But now that I lived and learned about life, I know that God is going to send me somebody that's going to love me for me. Not for what I got, how much I got. He's just going to really send me somebody that's going to love me for me. That's why we know that God, the dating have got hard. And you got to understand that. You got to understand that as long as you let other people dictate your life and tell you what you need to do, you're never going to find the person that's for you. So make sure when you date somebody, I don't care what they look like, look at their heart. Because if you keep thinking like the 2020 it is right now, you'll never get nowhere. Hey, Muffy, how are you, baby? You'll never get nowhere. Date somebody for the heart and move on. And that's what I do now. Sometimes you have to live and learn. You have to live and learn sometimes that things are not going to always be what you want. You're not going to always get what you want. You're going to get what God give you. That's why people know that dating has got hard. That's how you know dating it's not easy anymore. You can't find nobody that's going to love you for who you are. You're not going to never find nobody going to love you who you are. Very few guys and women that you can find they're going to love you for who you are. I haven't found a man yet going to love me for who I am. They're not. They're going to love beauty. Beauty, that's it. They're not going to love me for my heart. Because if I got old and ugly and wrinkled all over, they're going to be gone in 5 minutes. Because they're living in the 2020s. This is the way 2020 life is. This is the way 2020s dating is. It started with the 2000s. It started from the beginning. Everything started changing. Nothing is like it was in the 90s and in the 80s when everything was great. You ain't going to find great anymore because people are not looking for great. They're looking for outer. And the only way you're going to find somebody that's great, you have to talk to God about them. The next man God put in my life, I'm going to make sure I pray to him about that person. I'm not just going to go and say, well, we're dating. Not so fast this time, brother. I'm going to talk to God about you. Even though God put you there, I'm going to make sure God puts you there. Because some people come around this way. This is what they do the first time. They be like, oh, yeah. I go to church and yeah, I'm saved. But once you get to talking to them more and more and more, not so fast. Not so fast, brother. Not so fast, sister. So that's why I'm trying to say we have to get around and motivate ourselves. We got to get around God and pray to him a little bit more. Things are getting harder now. It's getting hard to date somebody that's going to really, really love your character. Hey, sis, how you doing? Too many people are going for the wrong stuff. They don't love your character. They don't love nothing about you. They just love what they can get out of you. As long as somebody can get a lot out of you, they got you. You don't want that. You want somebody to love your spirit, your personality, your conversation. And that's what God is going to send you if you wait. It don't have to be hard. Dating don't have to be hard when you wait on God. But when you don't wait on God, dating gets to get hard because you so rushing to get somebody in your life, and you end up picking the wrong people over and over again because you want to rush to find somebody because you're lonely. You want to rush for somebody to fill that space, but they're going to fill that space, but they're going to fill an empty space. You know what I mean, Sheila? They're going to fill an empty space. Get around somebody that's going to love you for you. Rather you get old or wrinkled, they still going to love you. Even if you can't walk no more, they still going to love you. That's the type of love is agape love. That's the type of love that never goes away. And they say love fades. No, ma'am, love does not fade. When it comes from God, love lasts forever because love is everlasting, long as God put it in. Now, if you go pick somebody, it does fade. If you go pick somebody, it does fade. Then if you go pick somebody, it does get really hard because you're still picking them for others. Because God didn't send that person to you because you picked that person. You let God pick you somebody and watch how God show up and show out in your life. Like I said, I've been single 4 years. And everybody say, you ain't got no man, oh man, I'll be your man. No, you not so fast, brother. You won't be my man. I'm waiting on my Father. I've been through this stuff. You saying you this way and you saying you that way. And once I get to talking to you, you're not that way at all. That's why we have to wait on God to send us somebody and stop worrying about what the world think of you. Stop worrying about what the world think of you. That's why dating is hard. It is so hard to sit down and talk. These days and age, it is so hard to even sit down and talk to somebody. It's so hard. You don't find that anymore. You don't find people gonna want to sit down and talk. You don't want to. These days, dating when you bring somebody at your house, the first thing they want to do is something they shouldn't even be doing. Hi, Margaret. How are you, baby? Welcome in. Welcome in. The first thing they want to do. Dating is not all about going to bed. Dating is about sitting down watching TV. The 2020s you won't find just sitting down and watching TV because folks don't want to do that anymore, lovely. They want to jump in the bed with you. What is wrong with the old-fashioned love? Just sitting down watching TV, getting to know people. Let's eat some popcorn and watch a movie. What is wrong with that other than trying to jump right in somebody's bed? You don't find that anymore because people are dating for the wrong people. That's why it's hard. You think you got somebody. The minute you bring them into your house, Lord have mercy. All you know what breaks loose. Because people are not dating you for the right reason. They dating you for what you got. They're not looking at the inner beauty. They don't want to just cuddle with you. They don't want to just sit on the couch with you. They want to take it to the next level when you should just sit down and watch TV. People are not into watching TV. That's why we're living in the 2020s now. Oh, Diaz. Love you, Diaz. Oh, Diaz. What am I going to do about my Diaz? I just love her so much. Hi, Diaz. Mwah. Oh, I love her so much. That girl right there. Oh, my goodness. Love her. Love her. Thank you, Diaz, for the 3 super chat. You are amazing. Tyrese, thank you for the super chat too. You are amazing. You guys didn't have to do it, but you did. I respect you guys. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Aw. So what I'm trying to say, guys, keep believing in yourself. Don't sell yourself short for somebody that's going to just lay up with you. That's why it's the 2020s. The first thing a man want to do when you bring him over your house, he don't want to watch movies. He want to take it to the next level. How you going to just skip over that level to another level? Oh, thank you so much, Diaz. You Diaz. Thank you, baby. Oh, she's so amazing. Thank you, Diaz. You're amazing. I just want you to know that. If nobody haven't told you that, I am. So yeah, everyone have a wonderful day. You too, Sheila. So what I'm trying to say, get up in the morning and let God pick him for you. Just because God haven't sent you a guy that's going to really love you for you, don't think he won't. Just because God haven't sent you a woman that's going to love you for who you are, don't think he won't. Don't go settle and let people come over your house and skip over the part about just courting. People these days doesn't court anymore. That means date. They don't want to do the old-fashioned courting. That's what I want to do. I want to court. I don't want to go jump straight into the sacks because we shouldn't do that. We should want to date. We should want to court. Oh, thank you so much, lovely. You're amazing. I love you too, baby. Oh, you guys are so amazing today. Thank you so much. To all you guys. Yeah, so people just want to court. They don't want to just, they don't want to get to know people no more. And it's bad. And it's bad. It makes it bad for good people out there. It makes it bad for good people. That's why a lot of good people think dating is really, really hard, because the bad people mess it up for the good people. There's good guys out there and there's good women out there, but the bad people mess it up for the good people. You know? So that's what I'm trying to say. Wait on God to show up and show out. Wait on God to show up and show out. He will show up and he will show out. I'm trying to tell you, God will show up and show out if you wait on him. God is my redeemer. God is my father. God is my everything. And I trust in God to give me what he needs to give me. I don't trust in man. I don't trust in women. I don't trust in this. I trust in God. So as long as we wait on God to show up and show out, he surely will do just that. He will. Don't say, well, God, I've been waiting 3 years. I've been waiting 4 years. Does not mean I'm going to get tired and go date anybody. I'm not. I don't mind being the way I am. You know what I mean? I don't mind being the way I am, because the way I am is genuine. The way I am obedient. The way I am, I'm humbling myself. And when God sends me that great gentleman that's going to respect me and going to love me for within, then I'll be ready. Until then, I'm going to still sit here and be patient and still uplift somebody and let somebody know too. Wait on God to send you somebody. Don't be so in a rush to get people. Because when you do that, you're doing the wrong stuff. That's why dating become hard, lovely, because we do the wrong stuff. We want everything that quick like that. Nothing comes just like that. Let me tell you again, nothing comes just like that. It don't go that way. It takes time and it takes patience. If you're not patient, you're not going to get what you want, because you want things just like that. Nothing's that way. God said, you wait on the Lord, wait on God to show up. He may not show up at your door yet, but that's okay. Doesn't mean he's never going to show up. He will, but you have to have patience. Patience is the key. Like I'm about to put a video up about patience is the key. We are so impatient, mama, with stuff. We are so impatient. Oh man, I've been waiting 30 years. I ain't gonna never get no husband. Guess what? You're gonna wait another 30 years because you're rushing God. God had already sent you somebody, honey. But what you did, you gave him away because you didn't like the way he looked, Frank. You didn't like the way he looked, mama. You didn't like the way he looked, Tyrese. That's why God took him away. Stop going by what somebody looked like. That may be the king. That may be your queen. But when you let somebody else tell you, well, that person's not right for you, you got to understand God have already sent you somebody. And you wonder why you don't have anybody, because that's why you say dating is hard, because God had already sent you somebody great, but you threw him to the wolves because he was too skinny, because he was too fat, because she was too skinny, because she was too fat. You didn't wait on God to show up and show out in your life. Stop that. You're going to miss out every time when you do these things. That's why dating comes hard, because God have sent you somebody genuine and you gave them to the wolves. You told the wolves, go ahead and eat them. I don't want them. Go eat her. I don't want her. You didn't wait. So let me read what Tyrese writes, because I'll talk your ear off, okay? I will talk your ear off. I'm listening. Wait a minute. I'm listening. Cooking. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Yeah, it's true. Tyrese said it's all about process. Waiting is the best time to connect with God, and also learning more about yourself before he sends you that right person that he sent in your life for you. Absolutely. And that's the problem. We have a hard time waiting. We think waiting is bad. Like when I tell people that I've been single so long, it's like, wow, girl, you've been waiting. Yes, I've been waiting that long. It's okay. It's okay. Oh, well, you should have been had somebody. I can have millions of men, but I don't carry myself that way. I live alone. I can have a lot of men at my house every day if I want to. I'm a Christian, number one. Let's stop that. Let's stop that channel right there. I am a Christian number 2. Let's stop that channel. I'm a Christian number 3. So I'm not going to carry myself like that. I'm going to wait on God to show up and show out. I'm not going to just go pick anybody. Oh, he cute, so I'm going to pick him. I already been through that stage already. He cute. And it didn't get me nowhere. And I thought dating was so hard back there because that's why I just picked anybody. Wrong. God sent me my husband that's deceased now. He sent me that gentleman. He sent me the man that's going to love me. And which he did, he loved me. But God got him, took him back because it was his time to go. But doesn't mean that God's not going to send me somebody else just genuine, that's kind, that's obedient, that's loving. If I don't wait, I'll never get it. I can't rush God to get to the next level. We can't rush God to get to the next level. We can't rush God to get to the next level. We just have to wait like regular people do. We don't want to rush God to get to another level because you have to wait. This is a process. And we don't understand about a process because we want things to happen just like that. Let me tell you something, sister girl, brother man. Things don't happen just like that. If it happened just like that, I'll be married already. Being that this is a process, we have to wait for God. Don't just go pick anybody. And when God brings you somebody, stop letting her or him pass you by. Oh, he too cute. Oh, he too ugly. Stop that. I did that. Oh, no, you got to stop. If this guy is doing you great, if this guy's treating you wonderful, if this woman is doing great, if this woman is doing you well, I don't care, big, small, tall, whatever. If they're doing good to you, you be with them. Evidently, God doesn't make mistakes when he sends you great people in your life. He doesn't make mistakes. We all think God makes mistakes when he sends us somebody. No. You make a mistake because you throw him to the wolves. So that's your mistake. That's your loss because you didn't think he was good enough. You didn't think she was good enough for you. So you gave it to somebody else to date. You want to wait till somebody else comes. And maybe nobody will never come along again. Because sometimes God gives you that chance. And sometimes we mess up when that chance we get. We let it go. Stop doing that. Let me read your topics here. Let's see. Oh, okay, where we use at? Amen. I know a lot of people say it's 1 to 2 years is a long time to be not in a relationship, and that's just got out of a relationship. I'll be like, oh no, that's why the circle continues on back. There you go. Absolutely, Tyree. When I tell people that I've been single for 4 years, they're like, woo, wee girl, woo, what? If you trust in God, God is going to send you somebody. 4 years is not long. It's maybe long to you guys, but it's not long to me. I don't mind being by myself. I'd rather be by myself to go through drama, through hurt, through cheating. I'd rather be by myself. I don't want to go down that road before. I have done that before with people. Not anymore. There's a reason why there are scriptures regarding waiting on the Lord. Absolutely, Mama, there is. Because he let you know to wait. What is the matter with waiting? One thing about us individuals, women and men, we get so wrapped up that we can't wait. We just think that the world going to pass us by. Oh, no, I'm going to be old before I get married. Oh, well, evidently it's not your time yet. You making dating so hard because you can't wait on that great guy or that great woman God's going to send you. When God send you that king and queen, you're going to know it. When God send you that king or queen, you're going to know it. Nobody can say nothing about it because you're going to love them and they're going to love you back because it's going to come from God, not from nobody out here. God's going to send him. If you let God send him, he will. Okay, where we at? Country said, I tell my daughters, and relationships are like driving vehicles. The faster you drive, is the faster chance you have. Oh, say it again. Absolutely, Country. And we got to remember that. We don't remember that because we want everything to happen so quickly. Nothing goes that way. Now, if you want to go find your own man or woman, it will work that way. I wait on God. I don't mind being single. Like I said, I'm busy doing this and doing that. And I think about a gentleman sometime, but I say to myself, I'm going to wait on God. I see people with couples out there, but I want to wait for the right person. Dating is very, very hard this time of year. This time of season is really, really hard because people are not being genuinely with you and they're not dating you for the right reasons, which they should, but they not. Share to y'all. Thank you so much, Sissy. You're amazing. Hello, country. True ghetto. Yeah. Yeah. So keep going. Keep on believing in yourself. The worst thing that we can do is stop believing in ourselves because we don't have nobody. Because we think life is so hard. Life is hard, but it can be harder if you put the wrong people in your life. Dating is hard, but it can be harder if you put the wrong people in your life. So what we need to do, each and every one of us, if you're dating, if you're single, wait on God. Wait on God. Just because that guy look handsome doesn't mean he's going to be right for you. Just because that woman look pretty doesn't mean she's going to be right for you. Everybody doesn't have a great heart. Female or male, everybody doesn't have a good heart. There's some people with bad hearts out there. There's some people with bad spirits out there. You don't want a bad spirit in your house because it's hard to get a bad spirit out your house. You want somebody that's going to love God, that's going to pray with you. You want somebody that's going to encourage you. When you're feeling down, they're encouraging you. That's what I want. Every man is not going to encourage you. Not the 2020s it is. Every woman is not going to encourage you. Not the 2020s again. People are not looking to encourage you. Half of the people out here want to discourage you. That's why God say, I want you to wait on me. I want you to wait on me. Don't get so rushy to get anybody in your life, because when you do that, dating becomes hard. Dating becomes cruel. Dating becomes wicked. We don't want that type of love. We want genuine love. And the only way we're going to get genuine love, we have to wait on God. I'm going to read you guys a scripture from Waiting on God. I'm going to read it right now. Let me get to it, because it was a verse I was looking at on here. Wait, hold on. And it tells you about waiting on God. Because if you don't wait on him, that's when things go down the drain. Okay, here it goes. Okay, hold on, guys. Here it goes. Okay, this is from Isaiah chapter 40, verse 31. It says, but they who wait for the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run, not be weary. They shall walk, not be faint. You can find that in Isaiah chapter 40. There's another one, Psalm chapter 27. It says, I believe that I shall look upon the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Wait for the Lord. Be strong and let your heart take courage. Wait for the Lord. So God is telling us, wait on him. Be strong. Be courage. Wait on him. Here's another one. We're going to read from Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5. It says, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not lean on your own understanding. Don't lean on your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge him, and he will make straight paths for you. So if you acknowledge God, if you trust in God, God's going to make a straight path for you. You cannot go wrong if you trust in God, if you wait on him for that great marriage, wait on him for that great date. If you wait on him, all this stuff will happen for you. Here it is in Isaiah chapter 30. It said, therefore the Lord awaits to be gracious to you, and therefore he exalts himself to show mercy to you. For the Lord is a God of justice. Blessed are those who wait for him. For the Lord is the heart of justice. Bless the ones who wait for him. So what God is trying to say, the ones who wait on him, really, really patiently wait on him, you're going to see what's going to happen in the end. It's going to be a blessing in the end. But you got to be wanting to wait on him. Don't rush everything to come to you, because things don't come that way when it comes to God. It is not your timing for a husband. It is not your timing for a wife. It's not your timing for a good date. It's God's timing. God's timing is the right timing. God's timing is better than our timing. When we trust in man out here, we always go wrong. When we trust in God, we always win. Let me read something else. And this is the last one. This is James chapter 5, verse 7. It says, be patient. I was just telling you guys, we have to learn to be patient. Be patient. Be patient. Be patient. Be patient, therefore, brothers, until that coming of the Lord. See how the farmer waits for the precious fruit of the earth, being patient about it until it receives the early and the late rain. You also be patient, establish your heart, for the coming of the Lord is at our hands. So we got to learn whatever we do in life, whether it's waiting on somebody, we have to learn what patience is. Patience is the key. If you don't have patience, you don't have anything. If you don't have patience, you don't have anything, Mama. We have to wait on God to let him work it out in our life. And you know what? Like I said, and I've been waiting. I've been a Christian 4 years. Not 4 years, 5 years in February. And let me tell you something. This journey that I go down right now have not been easy. It have not. I have my update. I have my ups. I have my downs. I have my lonely times. I have my good days. I have my sad days. I have my bad days. But let me tell you something. For this person to be going through all this stuff right here, this sister girl right here, she's still standing. She's still motivating somebody. She's still encouraging somebody. She's still uplifting. That's what God wants me to do. Regardless what I'm going through, he still wants me to get on here to uplift somebody, to motivate somebody, and tell them to wait on God anyways. He don't care what you're going through. He already say, I got you, Trisha. So if God got me, I got to continue on motivating you guys, uplifting you guys' spirit. I don't know who's going through something. I don't know who needs to be uplifted. I don't know who date just failed them. I don't know who's tired of waiting on that great person to come along in their life. I don't know who's tired of being tired. So God wants me to tell you guys, don't get so tired. He's on his way. But you got to make sure that you got patience. Patience is the key. If you don't have patience, you don't win. I had to learn 2020 to learn how to be patient. I wasn't always patient. I wanted things to happen just like that. Things does not happen just like that. And I had to learn it's God's way, not my way. You got to learn it's God's way, not your way. It's so many people want to jump over this, jump over that, but it's not your timing yet. It's God's timing. Get up in the morning and say a prayer and say, God, I love you anyway. Even though I don't have a husband, even though I don't have that great date yet, but I still love you. That's what God want to hear, that you still love him, even though you don't have a good date, even though you don't have this, even though you don't have that. God still want to hear that you love him. Even though you've been waiting patiently, even though you think you're going to fall short, even though things fail for you, God still want to know that you still love him. He wants to know that you're still standing. We don't want to stand no more when everything fails. Let me tell you something, sisters and brothers. As long as you live, you're going to have great days. You're going to have bad days. You're going to have bad dates. You're going to have good days. You will have a good date if you wait on God to send you that good date. Because you want a date that one day is going to lead to marriage. You don't want to date somebody and all they want to do is date. All they want to do is be your friend forever. You got to let those type of people go. Because those people are not good for you, not good for your soul, not good for your spirit. They will bring you down. So that's why I'm trying to tell you guys, you get with somebody that's going to bring you up, lift your spirits up, motivate you, not discourage you. You want somebody that's going to encourage you. There's a lot of people out here when you date, they discourage you. They don't worry about encouraging you. They discourage you. So that's why we got to learn to do as we living here, as we're driving, as we're striving to get somewhere. We got to learn to get around somebody that's going to encourage us, to motivate us. And it's hard for us to do that because we're too busy thinking about negative stuff. We got to learn to leave the negative people alone, leave negative energy alone, no matter how hard it is. You get up and say a prayer. You go to bed saying a prayer. Even though you don't have that date, even though you don't have that husband, even though you don't have that wife, you still say a prayer anyways. You know what I mean, Frank? We still got to say a prayer. We don't want to stop saying a prayer because we don't have stuff. It's many times I don't have stuff. I don't have a date, but I'm not going to live in the 2020s and just settle. Oh, I'm going to settle because he got that or she got that. No. That's what they're doing here in the 2020. They're not waiting on God. They say, oh, forget about God. But we have to wait on God if we want wonderful people, if we want somebody that God's going to send us that's great, you know? And I'm waiting and I'm waiting. But as long as I'm waiting, I'm still motivating. I'm still uplifting. I'm still encouraging. I didn't stop doing that. I'm not going to stop doing that because I don't have what I want. Most of these people don't want to encourage you no more because they don't got nothing. I don't have nothing, but that doesn't mean I'm going to throw in the towel and say, well, I ain't doing it no more. Forget y'all. I still want to motivate. I still want to uplift. Even though I don't have a husband, even though dating is so hard, that doesn't mean I give up on my family here. God said, you got the family still to uplift. You got a family still to motivate. You let them know dating don't have to be that hard if you trust in me. Just a little bit longer. And that's what we got to learn to do. Trust in God just a little bit longer. Just because it's hard, just because it seems like it ain't going to get better, just because it seems like you're never going to get a husband, never going to get a wife, never going to get a boyfriend, never going to get a girlfriend, it doesn't have to be that way. If you put your trust in God, if you read the Bible sometime, if you uplift yourself, if you motivate yourself, if you pat your own self on the back sometime, everything will get okay. And that's what I learned to do as I get older and older and older and older. I learned to pat my own self on the back and wait on God. Don't wait for somebody to do this, because they're not. Always wait on God to send you somebody that's going to be loving, kind, and they're going to have a perfect image as God's going to send them. They're not going to be perfect people. There's nobody perfect. But God's going to mend them into a perfect image just for you. What God has for you on a date is for you. What God has for you, Mama, is for you. What God has for you, Sherry, is for you. Frank, Muffy, everybody in here, it's for you guys. But you have to want to wait. For you, Tyrese, it's for you. For you guys, it's for you. What God has for Trisha is for Trisha. Nobody can steal what God has for you. Nobody. So if they try to steal that date that God gave you, they'll fail. Because God gave you that date. He didn't give it to her. He didn't give it to him. He didn't give it to Mama. He didn't give it to Sherry. He didn't give it to Frank. He gave it to you. So don't go throw it in the wolves because he's not cute or she's not pretty. Because you just don't know what you're going to get later on because you gave that person away that God sent you. Be careful when God sends you somebody that's loving, that's kind from the inside. Because you may not never, ever get somebody like that again because you threw him away. You threw her away. So this time, this is a lot of thinking that we need to start doing. We got to get and wait on God to send us somebody that's going to really love us. Not love our money, not love our cars, not love our houses, because all that stuff is going to fade. The house going to fade, the car going to fade, the money going to fade. All that stuff is going to fade. Thank you for coming back, sweetie. All that stuff is going to fade. Had to fix something. Okay, that's okay. All that stuff is going to fade. So get around somebody that's going to uplift you, encourage you. It's not hard to do that. Wait on God. Like he tells you in those scriptures I just read, you have to wait on him. I know you feel like you can't go on sometime. I know you feel like that you're alone in this world. I used to feel that way. And I still get that way sometimes. Feel like, oh, this waiting thing. Sometimes I sit and talk to myself. I say, you know what? This waiting thing is something else. Where's my husband at? And God always have to remind me, you have to learn to wait, Trisha. You have to learn to wait on your husband. You can't rush me to send you nobody because I'm not going to send them that way. I'm going to wrap that person up that you've been waiting for so long, and they're going to be just for you. It's not going to be for Sherry. It's not going to be for Damo. It's not going to be for Mama. It's going to be just for you. But you got to wait on it. And that's what's wrong with us. We want to rush things. We don't want to go from square one. We want to go from square 5 on up. You can't skip number 1 and go to 5. Where do you do that at? Bye, Felicia. How you going to skip number 1 and go all the way to 5? That's what mostly people want to do. They don't want to start from square 1. Square 1 is courting, as my mom say. You have to court first before you go to 1, before you go to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You want to learn how to court somebody. Courting somebody is getting to know them, learning them, respecting each other. Then you go to number 2. Number 2 is learning a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more. Then you go to number 3. That's engage. Well, we done did number 2. That's courting. Number 1, we courted. Number 2, we got to know each other. Number 3, we getting engaged. Here's that big number 4. Marriage. You can't go you can't skip 1 and go all the way to 4. It didn't work that way. That's why dating is hard, because we go straight to number 4. Before we get to know people, we have to court them first. It doesn't have nothing to do with jumping in a sack. It's courting, watching TV, going out to eat, learning each other. That's courting. Sitting down, watching a movie, talking. That's courting. You don't want to skip number 1 and go all the way to 4, because you'd be messed up. You didn't get to know them, so God didn't send you that person if you're going to go straight to number 4. You didn't get to know them. You didn't get to know nothing about them. So we have to get to know people. And when we get to know people, God will let you know if that person is for you. And you'll know ahead of time. It doesn't take a whole year to get to know somebody. It doesn't take a whole year to get to know nobody. It only take a little while. Because usually if God sends somebody in your life, He's going to show you all about them. But if you pick them, you're going to really pick it up really, really quick. Because sometimes you don't pick it up quick because a lot of people don't show you who they really are until you say, hey, let's start dating. Once you start dating, then you find out everything you didn't think you would know about them. Crazy, mean, rude, jealous, selfish. We don't want to be around selfish people. Oh, this is mine. That's why dating's so hard, because you go pick that selfish person for yourself. Rude. Oh, get out my face. Move. That's why they're so rude, because you didn't wait on God to give you that person. That's why things are hard for you, because you went and picked that rude person. You didn't wait on God to give you that date that was going to last forever. When God sends you somebody, it's an everlasting thing. When you pick it, it's momentary. We don't want moment stuff, meaning seasonal stuff. We want everlasting stuff. So if God's going to give you somebody, He wanted to last forever until one of you person die. What we go do, we go pick seasonal people, last 3 months, 2 months, a day. Thank you so much, Diaz. A day. Wow. While I was in a relationship, but it's only last 3 days. Well, what is that? Did you go pick him or did God pick him for you? Oh, I went and picked him. That's why. Hi, Jen. That's why. Make sure you thumbs up for your girl. It's absolutely free. Yeah, that's why. You wanted to pick that person. That's why it only lasts 3 months. Oh, that man wasn't about nothing. It only last 3 months because you didn't want to wait on God to send you someone. You went out and said, well, you know what? I ain't waiting no more. I'm done waiting. You have to wait for a date. If you want a special date, if you want somebody loving, if you want somebody kind, if you want somebody going to really love who you are, respect you, and look within, wait on God. I don't have a hard time waiting on God. I read the Bible. I try to stay in my Bible. When I'm sitting here on the couch, I meditate all the time. And that's what God wants us to do, start meditating a little bit more about learning about us. Being that all this stuff is going on, this is a good time to learn about you in a date. It's a good time to learn about yourself. Learn about you and God. Have a relationship with God. That's the problem. We don't want to get a good relationship with God. The reason why we don't get a good relationship with God, because we want to go straight through stuff. We don't want to think about Him. But right now, the time and age is the way things are right now. This is a good time to get to know God a little bit better. Get in the Bible and start reading it. Start doing something. Start learning about something. Stop worrying about what everybody else is doing out there. This is the time right now you should get to know you, get to know God. Because sometimes, just because we're in a relationship, sometimes we don't know who we are. We don't know who we are. Reason why we don't know who we are, because we're worrying about everybody else's. You're worrying about that date. God is not, excuse me. God is a, hi, oh my goodness. Hi, baby, how are you? Welcome in, William. God is not going to send you nobody if you're not going to work on you. Before God send you that special date, He want to make sure you work on you first. God is not going to send me a husband yet, because He's going to make sure I'm prepared for my husband. God is not going to send you that special woman because He want to make sure that you're prepared. He's not going to just put somebody in your life and you're not prepared. Who does that? The reason why you get those type of people, because you picked them. You didn't wait on God to tell you, well, it's time for you to have somebody right now. That's why you go from relationship to relationship. And that's why they end the way they is. That's why things become hard in dating, because you just went out and picked. You didn't wait on God to say, hey, you know what? Trisha, it's time for me to send you somebody amazing. Frank, it's time for me to send you somebody amazing. Mama, it's time for me to send you somebody amazing. But you guys don't want to wait. We want to rush from not from 1 all the way to 4, which is not right. That's why things go downhill. So if you want something to work, you have to wait on God, like he says in the scriptures I just read. Wait on the Lord, and you will see. God will strengthen your heart. God will give you your desire if you just wait. We don't want to rush God to get nothing. That's why so many dates are toxic, because we don't wait on him. That's why so many problems are toxic. That's why so many marriages are toxic, because you didn't wait on God to send you that great woman or great man. You just went into it like, bam, I don't need God no more. You're going to always need God in a relationship. And I always tell you guys that on my live stream. It's not just you and him. It's you, him, and them. This man. You got to understand that. You can't just go in a relationship and think it's just you and that person. It doesn't work that way. That's why so many datings go toxic, because we didn't wait on God to send us somebody, number one. And you didn't wait on God to bring them to you. You just said, well, you know what? I'm going to pick my own man. I'm going to pick my own woman. Stop picking your own people. You forgot that we're living in the 2020s. Ain't nobody going to love you for who you are. They're going to love you for what you got. If you got a lot, they're going to love you for that. If you got a little bit, they don't want nothing to do with you. They ain't going to date you because you ain't got nobody. Because we get living in the 2020s. Back in the day, people would date you for a little bit. You didn't have to have a lot for them to date you. Now, these days, you got to have everything. You got to have a big old house. You got to have a lot of money. You got to have a lot of clothes. You got to have everything. And you got to have beauty. Back in the day, you didn't have to have beauty. You didn't have to have money. You didn't have to have a lot of this. You didn't have to have a big old house. But being that everybody is on the same page now, which is sad, they want you to have money. They want you to have cars. They want you to have a house. Want you to have a great job. You can't just have a little job out here anymore for people. That's why dating is hard. They don't want you to have a job at Walmart. They don't want you to have a job at the McDonald's. They want you to have a big job now. You know what I mean? Nisi Poo, they want you to have a great job. They don't want to date you if you have a little job. Because we're living in the 2020s. Back in the day, you can work at McDonald's. People will love you for that. You can work at Walmart. People will love you for that. But now people want you to be a nurse, doctor. You got a doctor, and oh, you a doctor? Okay, let's date. So you're dating for the wrong thing again. You're just dating that person because he's a doctor or she's a doctor. That's why it's hard to date now. That's why God say, I'm going to give you the person that you desire. Let me pick him for you. Let me pick her for you. Stop going around just picking stuff. Because sometimes we pick the wrong apple. You know, big old apple. Looks so good on the outside. You know. Big old gold apple looks so good on the outside, right? Looks so good. But when you bite in this apple, it's not a good apple, because you pick this apple for yourself. You pick this gold apple yourself. You didn't wait on God to pick your apple for you. You went to pick that apple. So when you bite inside the apple, it's rotten. The reason why that apple is rotten, because you want to pick the first apple you see, other than waiting on God to send you that perfect apple. Not saying that person going to be perfect, but if God's going to dwell him and put him together and mend them together, he's going to be perfect in God's eye. That's why stop going around picking the wrong apple, because you're going to get the wrong apple. Wait on God to send you that fruit. Wait on God to send you that fruit from heaven. And he's coming and she's coming, but just don't rush to get him, because it's on its way. It is on its way, and we just got to wait. Wait. That's why dating's so hard, because we're looking for it in the wrong places, wrong spaces. That's why it gets hard. Dating don't have to be hard, but it is, because people are living in the 2020s. They're not living in the 1980s and the 90s, where love was love. Love was really love. People not loving you that way no more, because there's no such thing as that type of love anymore. When you pick your own love. But when God sends you that love, it's a such thing of everlasting. When you go pick your own love, somebody to date, it don't last forever. Because number one, you didn't put your Lord Father in it. And Father God said, when you date somebody, Trisha, make sure you come see me first. Make sure you introduce him to your father first, Margaret. Make sure you introduce her to your father first. Don't just date just to be dating. Don't do that. Because when you do that, it turns out wrong. It turns out wrong. So make sure Father God knows about him. Make sure Father God knows about her. Anybody you date, don't just do it because you're lonely. I get bored. But do you think I'm going to go down the street and say, well, I'm tired. I'm tired of being this way. I'm tired. No, ma'am. Felicia. It don't work that way with me. I have to wait. No matter how tired I get, no matter how bored I get, no matter what I want to do, I still have to wait for that guy that God's going to put in my life that's going to change my life forever. Going to mend all those broken parts, put them all back together. So that's what God wants to do. He wants to send you somebody that's going to mend everything back together. And then you're going to wish they never was broken again. Because he's going to fix them up for you. That person he sent you going to mend them back together. But you have to be willing to wait. Don't get discouraged. Keep going. Don't lose faith. Keep going. Keep fighting to get where you need to get to. Don't worry about you're not dating the right man yet because God's going to send him. Don't worry if you're not dating the right woman yet. God's going to send him. But don't go out and be toxic with everybody else and get tired of waiting. And that's what we do as individuals. We get tired of waiting on people to come in our life to show up and show out. When you should just wait. And it's not hard to just wait. Just wait. If God is for you, people, who can be against you? If God is for you in a date, in a relationship, in a wife, in a husband, who can be against you? There's a lot of people going to be against you when God sends you that great person. But that's okay. God sent them. That person's going to look at you, not you and everybody else. That person's going to look at you, not you and everybody else, when God sent them. When you go picking people, they're looking at everybody. God's going to send you somebody just for you. And when God sends you that person, he's going to have eyes just for you. She's going to have eyes just for you. That's what we got to wait on. We don't want to go out and say, well, you know what? I got me a good man. Is he really a good man? Remember now, these are 2020s. Is that a really good man? Really? Is he looking at you or he looking at 1,000 other people? That's what I'm trying to say. That's why if you read the Bible like you guys are supposed to, on that thing about waiting on God, let me show up and show out, he will let you know. I'm going to read another scripture to you guys on waiting on God because we don't really get it, do we? We got to wait on God for it to show up and show out. It's not hard to do that, but so many people think it's so hard to wait on God, which is not. Here's another one. It says, 2 Peter 3:9. It says, Trisha, don't be surprised if I show up on your doorstep. Oh, Ghetto, that's so sweet. The Lord is not, you got to move me. You got to still move me, Ghetto. I haven't forgot about that. I still need for you to move me. Okay. The Lord is not slow to fulfill his promise as some count slowness, but is patient towards you, not wishing that any should perish, but that all should reach repentance. Psalms 27. Wait for the Lord. Be strong. Let your heart take courage. Wait for the Lord. God's telling you, wait for him. Be strong. Take courage and wait for the Lord. Here's another one. Romans chapter 5. More than that, we rejoice in our sufferings, knowing that sufferings produces endurance. Joy comes in the morning. Anything you're going through, joy comes in the morning always. And endurance produces character, and character produces hope. Endurance and reduces character, and character reduces hope. You can find that in Romans chapter 5. I know about my Bible. That's one thing that I do know about. I may not know too much about this YouTube stuff, but when it comes to God, that is, Lordy, Lordy, Lordy. Here's another one, Psalm chapter 1, verse 30. I wait for the Lord, my soul waits. And it's his word I will hope. And soul waits for the Lord more than watchmen for the morning. More than watchmen for the morning. So God wants us to wait. This is the last one I'm going to read to you guys, and then I'm going to leave it alone. Psalm chapter 33. Our soul waits for the Lord. He is our help and our shield, for our heart is glad in him. Because we trust in our holy name, let your steadfast love, O Lord, be upon us, even as we hope in you. So God wants you to wait on him, no matter how hard it get, no matter how lonely you get. Wait on God. He's not going to fail you if you put your trust in him. But what God wants you to do for him, mama, he wants us to start reading the Bible a little bit more. Being that all this stuff is going on right now, we have to learn to read the Bible. We got to really, really get in our scriptures. We're living in our last days. God don't want you to date just to be dating a friend. God don't want that. God wants you to date for marriage. Don't just get with somebody that you don't include God in. Don't just get with somebody that you don't include God in, because when you get with somebody and you don't include God in, then there's a problem. Get with somebody that you include God in. Anybody I get, when God sends them to me, I'm going to make sure God is included. That's what's wrong with the world, the 2020 dating scene, the scenery. We don't put him nowhere in it. We don't put him nowhere in it. He's nowhere to be found when we date. But once that date goes sour, God, I need you. Where were you at when you first started dating him or her? Did you need him then? That's what I'm trying to say. If it wasn't for God, wrap ourselves in the words. Absolutely. I'm trying to tell you, if it wasn't for God, sister, girl, brother, man, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be in front of you guys talking. I thank my Heavenly Father every single day for the little people that I do have in my live stream every day. I thank God for that. I don't be so boastful to get more people, because when God shows up and show out in my life, let me say that one more time. When God shows up and show out in my life, I'm going to know it, because you know what? I waited on him. We don't want to rush God to get nothing, because it's coming, because God knows my heart. God knows my soul. God knows my spirit. God knows me. Whether I get one person in here to talk to, God still know who I am. You may fool some of the people sometime, but baby, you cannot fool God. Never. No matter what you do, how you do it, you cannot fool our Father God. That's why God said, count on me. Count on me. I'll make a way for you. Count on me. I'll make that work. If that ain't working, count on me. I got you. So God got your back. God got your back. With this dating thing, with this marriage thing, God got you. Who can leave you? God got you. God never left me. I'm still standing. Even if I get one person in my live stream, I'm still standing. Even if I get one person watching my video, I'm still standing. I don't give up. That's what God wants you to do. Don't get so overwhelmed because you don't have nobody to date. Don't do that. Just wait. It's easy to do. And we got to learn that as we live, as we grow, as we know that God is in control. You're not in control of your own life. You're not. God is. And as long as we keep on trusting in God, loving God, you will never, ever fail. I'm trying to tell you, I kid you not. If you keep on trusting in God, you will never go wrong. I've been saved for so long now. I have my good days. I have my bad days. But one thing that I never will forget, to never stop motivating people. Never stop loving people. Never start encouraging people. I don't care who comes and who don't come. I'm going to do what God wants me to do, and only what God wants me to do. I'm not worried about who don't watch me, who this. I worry about how many souls that I can bring to God. And as long as I'm doing my part over here, God's going to do his part over here. I don't worry how much money I get, how less money I get. All I worry about is loving one another like God wants us to do, being obedient, being kind, being humble. And that's who I am. That's all I am. And that's all I want to be. I don't want to be a person that discourages people. I want to be that girl, that sister girl that's encourage people. There's a lot of people going to discourage you. But I want to be the sister when you come to my channel that I'm encouraging you to keep going. Even though that date went down sour, that's okay. God got you. God said, I will never leave you nor forsake you. And he won't if you let him in. God is not just going to come in and give you a date if you don't want him. Now, if you go pick your own date, you're on your own. You're like, well, I don't need you, God. I got me a good man. You think you got somebody good because you didn't let God help you along. So when you find you somebody, which you should not find you somebody, you should let God find you somebody. When God finds you somebody, he finds you somebody great. Like God says for a man, he who finds a wife finds a good thing. He who finds a wife finds a good thing. He really does. But we got to wait. on that good thing. Maybe that good thing haven't knocked at your door yet. Doesn't mean he's not going to knock or she's not going to knock. Just wait still. Be patient. Let me read some of you guys' stuff here. Hi, Corona Carver. I think I will name myself dating for mating. Okay, sound good to me. If we are not patient, we can serve God. Absolutely. There you go. So continue on waiting, continue on keeping your head up high, and always read some of the scriptures. Go back and read the Bible verse on protection. You know, you want to be protected from evildoers. You want to be protected from people that are doing you wrong. Read it. Psalms 91, read it. Psalms 23, read it. Ask for strength. Psalms 27, I think. Read all these chapters about stuff like that. Matthew chapter 9, I think, read those. Just read all these scriptures, and it tells you about strength. It tells you about encouragement. It tells you about patience. It tells you about love. It tells you about how to love yourself, how to love. Hey, Rob, how are you doing? Make sure you guys thumbs up for your girl. It's absolutely free. Yeah. So it tells you about loving people. These scriptures I've read about today, it tells you about waiting. Don't be so patient about getting somewhere. We can wait. It doesn't take long to wait on nothing. Just wait on God to show up and show out. Just because he haven't showed up at your doorstep doesn't mean that he forgot about you. God doesn't forget about nobody. We forget about him. So when you say dating is a little hard, it is a little hard because we're not trusting in God to bring us bring us that right person yet. I trust in God to bring me somebody, not just somebody, a Christian somebody, a person that loves the Lord, the one who cherished the Lord. And that's the type of person that you want in your life. You want somebody that cherish God. You want somebody that worship God. You don't want somebody going to worship you. You want somebody going to worship God. You don't want somebody going to worship his friends, his family. You want somebody to worship God. Why would you get somebody going to worship his friends? Is he wishing God too? Most of the time he's not. So we want to make sure that he's worshiping God. You got to take the numbers out the stream. It took me 32 years to find someone. Yeah, wow. That's a long time. That's a long time, Rob. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, you don't want somebody going to worship your family. God don't want you to worship your family, Nisi Poo. When God sends you somebody in your life, you have to worship him. Did your family send them to you? Mm-mm. Did your friends send them to you? Absolutely not. God did. So if God sent you that great person, you better worship God and God only. And that's what I do. Even though God hasn't sent me nobody, I still worship him. We don't want to wait till we get somebody. We want to do it now. That's what's wrong with us. We want to wait till we get somebody before we get on our knees and pray. Pray now. Pray while you got breath in your lungs. Pray while you still can see, you can hear, you can talk, you can walk. Pray now. Don't wait till the end of the time and say, well, I'm about to pray. Pray now while you have a chance, while you got breath. There's so many people that doesn't have breath anymore. They can't pray. But God woke you up this morning to pray, to give him the praise. Let it all hang out. Let him know that you love him. And I do that every single day. Let people know that you love them. And I do that every single day. Yeah, we have to. Let's see now. You're not ready until God is. Absolutely. I say God will give you someone when he's ready. Absolutely. Not when we're ready, when God is ready. What we're talking about. So keep on praying. Keep on believing. Keep your head up high. And always remember to go back and read the Bible. And learn about it. One thing that God don't want us to do that everybody do. We read the Bible. But we let it go in one ear, not the other. If God's telling you something good about waiting, wait. So if you read that, listen to it. Don't just let it go in one ear and out the other. Let it stick in there. That's why you read it. Why would you read it and say, well, you read it to go by it. If God tell me to love one another, that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to say, well, I don't like Nisi Poo, I don't like Rob, but I like Mama. Who does that? People does that. If you read the Bible, go by it. If God said love everyone, you can't exclude no one out that love. You have to love everyone. Nobody should be excluded out of nothing. I don't care what they do it anyway. And God's going to give you whatever you want if you stay prayed up. We got to stay prayed up every single day. We got to get up in the morning and say, God, I love you. Don't always go to God and ask him for a husband. Don't always go to God and ask him for a friend. Don't always go to God and ask him for money. Go to God sometime and say, God, I love you. God, I love you. That's sometimes what we have to do. We don't have to go and pray for stuff all the time. That's what God wants to see sometimes. You go to him and say, well, God, thank you for waking me up this morning. I love you so much. Don't go first thing in the morning, well, God, I need $1,000. Girl, bye. It don't go that way. He's not going to give you $1,000. You don't even open the Bible up and read it. Oh, well, God, I need this. He's not going to give you that date that your heart desires. You don't even acknowledge him. But you want him to give you all these things. You don't even acknowledge him. Like that song say, what should you do when the world is on your shoulder? What should you do? You should pray. What should you do when the world is on your shoulders? You should pray. You should pray when the world is not on your shoulder. You should pray when that husband having came. You should pray when that wife having came. You should pray when everybody turned their back on you. You should still pray. You should pray when dating get hard. You still should pray. You should pray when you're dating not hard. You still should pray. We want to pray when dating get hard, when we only lose somebody. Stop that. That's not right. It's not proper. I'm going to teach you the proper way. You better pray each and every day, as you may say. I say you better pray every day. Because you don't know when it's the last time, the minute, the moment that God is coming back for you. So if you ain't prayed up, he's going to snatch you anyway. So while you have a chance to pray, pray. While you have a chance to smile, smile. While you have a chance to love one another, love. Do it. And don't think for nothing in return. Love don't cost you $1. Don't cost you nothing to love someone. It doesn't cost you nothing to encourage somebody. It doesn't cost you nothing to uplift somebody. It doesn't cost you nothing to motivate somebody. It doesn't cost you nothing. Love don't cost nothing. People think love costs something. It's free. It's free. That's why God said, give love while you can. Tomorrow may be too late. As long as you love today, you straight. As long as you love today, you straight. You ain't got to worry about tomorrow because tomorrow will take care of itself. We're not promised tomorrow. The way the world is going on right now, you don't even know if it's going to be a tomorrow. But you do know you're living right now. So just because God haven't sent you that date yet, don't give up on God because God will never give up on you. Just because you keep getting all these toxic dates, just because you think dating is so hard, which it is, don't give up. Keep the faith. Keep the faith. Know that there is going to be a rainbow at the end of that road. Know that there is going to be flowers in front of your face one day. It's not going to always be sour. It's not going to always be bitter. Things will get better. Only way they're going to get better, you got to want it. You got to want it. You got to trust in God. We don't trust in God enough for things to get better because we want things to happen just like that. It don't happen just like that. It happened in time. That's why God said, trust in me and I will give you the desires of your heart. God said, trust in me, Trisha, and I will give you the desires of your heart. God said, love one another, Trisha, and I will give you the desires of your heart. God said, be obedient, Trisha, and I will give you the desires of your heart. God said, love one another, cherish each other. Just do what you got to do to make yourself straight, and God will give you the desires. God said, be obedient, Trisha, and I will give you desires. As long as you're obedient, as long as you're trying and God know you're trying, you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. That's what God wants us to do. Try. It's not, hey, sissy. Hi, baby. Thanks for coming in. Make sure you thumbs up for your girls. After a little bit for Ree. Yeah. As long as you're doing what you got to do in your part, God going to do his part. Sometimes this is a slow go for us. Let me say that again. Sometimes it's a slow go getting somebody in our life that's really, really going to respect us. But guess what? Don't worry. Don't give up. Keep the faith, like that song say. Keep the faith. Keep the faith. And that's what that song say. I can't think of the name of it, but I listen to it every time. Every time I hear that song, Keep the Faith, it makes me think about my life. It makes me feel like I want to just cry sometimes because I worried about my life. I worry about what I'm going through, but I don't give up on my life. I don't give up on my situation. I still come and motivate you. I still come and uplift you. You would never know when it's my bad day because I don't show my bad day on here. God said, let me take care of your bad day. Let me take care of you. You just take care of my people. You just bring the people to me. And that's what I do every day. I come in here with a kind heart, with a humble soul. And that's what God wants me to do. Go in there with your humble heart. Go in there with your humble soul. And you let me take care of you. Let me say it again. God said, come in there, Trisha, with your humble heart. Go in there with your humble soul. And you let me take care of you. Everybody not going to clap when you clap, but that's okay. You keep doing what you're doing. You keep telling the people that I love them. You keep telling the people to encourage them. You keep uplifting them. You keep doing what you're doing. And in the end, Trisha, baby, I'm going to win. But I have to trust in him like you got to trust in him. Everything is not going to be sour all the time. You're going to get a date that's going to love you for a lifetime. You're going to get a date going to turn into a marriage one day. But you have to wait on him, not them. Wait on him, not them, and watch God show up. Guys, I'm about to close this out for now. I've been on here 2 hours. I thank each and every one of you guys for coming. You guys have been amazing. Amazing. And I want to let you, I love you more, Nisi Poo. I want to let you guys know that I love each and every one of you guys. Don't ever, ever forget that about me. I love you guys. And always remember that God loves you too. God want me to tell each and every one of you guys, keep your head up high. Wait on God to send you that great, great date. Somebody is going to love you forever. Stop going picking and choosing because he got you. Mama, thank you so much for coming in. Thank each and every one of you guys for coming in. Have an amazing, amazing day, guys. Remember to smile no matter what you do. Always say a kind word to somebody and love each other. See you later. Have an amazing day. Mwah.